Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Let's spend some time talking about a few of my favorite things. Y'all stay tuned. So even though we're very close to Christmas and I am not doing any more Christmas crafting tutorials for 2019, I am going to share with you guys some of my favorite things that I have used for crafting in 2019. It's something that I wanted to do months ago, but I just never found a way to work it into my filming schedule. So I thought I would come on today and just give you guys a quick rundown of some of my favorite tools and supplies that I use in my crafting that help to make my crafting easy. And you guys will have seen most of these because they are items that I use with you on the channel. And as I was deciding on what it is I wanted to share with you guys, it was amazing at how simple these tools are. We can have all the fancy tools in the world, and Lord knows that I do. I probably have everything that's ever been made. But to get the job done, we really don't need all of those. Yes, I love my Cricut Maker. I use it all the time. But I don't have to use it to be able to make a box or a bag. It is great knowing how to do that without a machine. And that is one of the goals of my channel, is to help everyone out there who wants to know how to make something. If I don't have this equipment, how can I turn out these beautiful boxes and bags? So as I share with you guys some of the tools that I like to use in my crafting, and some of the tools that I actually consider to be my favorites in the crafting that I'm doing with you guys, I hope that if you decide, okay, I want to get these tools too, please do your research to make sure that these tools and these items are going to work for you. Not everything that I use on the channel is appropriate or workable for everyone. We all know our own individual situations. So if you struggle with dexterity in your hands or anything like that, one of these tools that I'm about to show you might not work for you. So make sure that before you spend any money on any of the things that I'm showing, you do some research so that you'll know that what's a favorite for me is also able to become a favorite for you. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you guys what I consider my favorites as well as my essentials in crafting. So in no particular order, I'm going to start with my Reptile glue, because you guys have heard me rave about this glue. And Reptile glue is my glue of choice. It is an awesome glue. The stick on it is terrific. It dries fast, it dries clear, and it only takes a little bit to get the job done. So for me, I love working with Reptile glue, and that is the glue that you'll see me using on the channel. For you guys out there, it's not necessary that you also use Reptile glue in your crafting. You just need to make sure that you have a good quality glue. One that is going to stick for you, one that is not going to show when it's done. You want something that is truly, truly a quality crafting glue. And like I said before, in my favorite things, my favorite glue is Reptile glue, and it is the only glue that I use. And in addition to having a really good glue, I like to have a really good tape. And I have used the same brand of tape for 12, 13, 14, 15 years. I don't even know. It's been that long. And the tape that I use is Scrappy tape. And it comes in different widths, and this happens to be 1/2 inch. And I buy this tape in widths all the way up from 1/4 inch to 2 inches. It too has a great stick on it. I can put my project together knowing that when I come back the next day, the tape is not weak and is not pulling apart. I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced that. I know I have, and that was one of the reasons why I went out and found a different tape, because you take all of that time to put a project together, then you come back out 2 days later and your project is coming apart because the tape is either cheap or poor quality. And, you know, once I found my Scrappy tape, I have never looked back. It is the only tape that I use. So, favorite thing number 2, Scrappy tape. Favorite thing number 3, you guys are looking at it. It's my cutting mat. You guys see this every time I film a video. It is by Olfa. It is a 24 by 36 inch self-healing mat. It might look grungy, but this thing has held up year after year after year for me. It takes a beating. I am rough on it. I abuse the heck out of this mat, and it still comes through for me. No cuts, no tears, no holes. It is a self-healing mat. It is a wonderful, wonderful mat to have. And our mats are so important to our daily crafting because they preserve our workspace, and they also give us our measurement grids that we can use from time to time. And we don't think a lot about that because we're always focused on the other things, but a good crafting mat is really the foundation on which we lay everything else. So for me, this Olfa crafting mat, 24 by 36, self-healing crafting mat, absolutely essential and absolutely one of my favorite things in my crafting arsenal. We're going to keep it simple, guys. We don't need a whole lot to turn out beautiful projects. And you guys who have been with me for a while know that I use my ruler a lot. It is one of the ways that I get those wonderful angled cuts that you guys will see me make on my purses or my bags or notepads or whatever. The ruler comes out and it helps me to get the job done. We only need the basics to be able to turn out some extraordinary crafting. Every crafter needs a good scoreboard. Even with our ruler, we still need a good scoreboard. And I have found that my We Are Memory Keepers trim and scoreboard has been the best scoreboard purchase. I absolutely love working with this board, with one exception, and you guys have heard me mention it over and over. This board has a very unique feature. It folds so that the footprint on it is not as large and you can store this away. But that unique feature also creates a unique and irritating problem. And that is when you're scoring on the 5.5 inch mark, the 5.5 inch mark is right in the center of where this folds. So sometimes when you're scoring, you'll go off center because of how that's placed. And you guys will see me start out at 5.5, but then I'll take that mark and move it over so that I can make sure that I get a straight line. That is the only negative about this board. I saw in a comment recently that the newer boards that they're coming out with don't have this problem. I don't have one of the newer boards, so I can only give my opinion and speak on my experience with this one. Having that as an issue is not a deal-breaking issue for me because this is a wonderful scoreboard for me. I love the fact that it scores from the right to the left because being a right-handed person, it just feels natural being able to come this way versus having to reach over and come this way or turn it at an angle and come this way. But whether your scoreboard is left or right, as long as you have a grid across the top for your measurements, you can get the job done. For me, I just happen to like this one. It is one of my favorite things. Again, it is the Trim and Scoreboard by We Are Memory Keepers, and I love it. It is a favorite of mine. And then finally, one of my favorite things to craft with, and probably my most favorite crafting tool, is my Fiskars finger blade. And those of you who have been with me for a while know that when I first started out on YouTube, I started out trying to use scissors. And I finally had to admit to you guys that I am crap with a pair of scissors. But this is my go-to tool for cutting. And I have been using this tool now probably 15 years. Could be longer than that. I don't know. But it seems like it's always been with me. And when I first came across it and the first time that I ever used it, I knew that it was the perfect tool for the way that I craft. And I use this every day. If I'm crafting, this is on my finger. and I use it for hours daily, and it works for me. It just makes cutting and getting into those tight areas just so easy for me, and I absolutely love how it feels. I love the sturdiness of it. This is a well-made tool, and like I said, I think for me, this is probably my favorite of all the tools that you guys see me use on the channel. This little thing here, this little $6 tool is my favorite tool. Guys, these are my tools that I craft with when I'm crafting with you guys. These are the things that you see me working with the most. Yes, you'll see me working with a crocodile or my cinch or my sticker maker, but those aren't my daily go-tos. I can turn out the most beautiful boxes, bags, books, whatever, with just these things here. And that for me is one of the goals of my channel, is to show that we don't have to have those expensive toys in order to be able to do that. So guys, it is as simple as what you see here. This is all that it takes to turn out some of the beautiful projects that you've seen over the course of 2019. Most of you have seen me make what I have been making using just this. Can I make these same things with my Cricut Maker? Yes, I can. Can I cut out some of the shapes with my Big Shot? Absolutely. But one of the things that I am committed to doing is showing the fundamentals of paper crafting and how we can create and turn out beautiful paper projects using the most simplest of tools and beautiful papers. That is my goal. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.